innovative technology. Business can be like a circus. Don't let HR be the elephant in the room. Count on All4HR and Business Solutions LLC for all your HR needs. Our team uses innovative technology, effective human resource management strategies, practices, and procedures to complete the work. Our services include recruiting, training, development, compliance, employee relations, HR risk management, HRM day-to-day operations, and more. Contact us today to see what we can do for you.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy Talk About It Thursday. Guess who's back? The All4HR Biz View. We are back. We've been away for a bit. I hope you missed us. We missed you. Again, happy Talk About It Thursday. For those who don't know or remember who I am, I'm April Halliburton. I'm founder and president of All4HR and Business Solutions. And we are a human resource management consultant, visionary, and management company. We manage and consult with companies all around the country. Been in business for 12 years now. Our mantra, folks, is business can be like a circus. Don't let HR be the elephant in the room. I want to welcome you to the All4HR Biz View today. Again, we've been away for a while, but we're glad to be back. We missed you all. Replace needs are doing well, getting stronger, and bending more every day. And so we are moving forward with these new needs. Thank you for everyone who has shared prayers and well wishes and all that kind of good stuff, because we are definitely rolling along and getting better. So I thank you all for that. We are 4.5 months away from 2023. Woo! Where has the time gone? Right? Where has the time gone? Right? 2022 is soaring past us, right? I mean, it is flying, right? So with time passing so fast, right, it's really hard. We have a tendency for things to get away from us, especially with HR. And if you know anything about HR, right, especially as a business owner, you know how important it is. Preparation is how important preparation is, right? Preparation is key in your business with your HR management. It's just when everything is last minute, it makes recruiting different or challenging. It makes training challenging. It just makes everything more challenging, right? So you want to make sure you're prepared. And yeah, 4.5 months. Where did the time go? Where has this year gone? So today we're talking about just 5 things, right? I don't know how many, but just 5 things that you need to be doing to get ready for 2023, because we don't want it to sneak up on us, right? We definitely don't need 2023 to sneak up on us. So if you are watching, I just want to know what kind of goals. Just give me 2 things, HR things that you set for 2022. Is it to update your handbook? I hope you've updated your handbook, right? You got to say yes. Just say yes. If you haven't, just say yes, and then you can just let me know later, right? But before we get really off and going, folks, I just want to let you know that we have some great things going on at Southwest All4HR and Business Solutions. And so we have a great program, which is our HR Foundation, which is a 10 module program that sets your HR up for you. We have two different ones where it's self-paced, and then we have one where we go in and do the HR audit for your business, and do your handbook and your onboarding program. And there's several different components that go to that program. And so that program is just, if you want to get off, if you're just getting started, it's something you need. And even if you already off and running, right? And you want to streamline things like your hiring process, your recruiting process, right? Your progressive discipline, right? Your performance management and your award program. This program is exactly what you need to get you where you need to do, so that you can stop having to keep things in your head when it comes to HR, right? Because when you are a HR manager, you're doing 100 different things. And if you're a business owner who's doing the HR, you got a million things going on. So you want to have that HR foundation in place, right? You want to have that in place, and we can help you with that. We're more than welcome to help you, more than willing to help you with that. Our HR Academy will be starting in September, right? It's been a long and tedious journey, but the HR Academy will be opening in September. But I'm just going to tell you that if you want to jump on a call with me to find out about your business, let us, see how things are going with your business in terms, and see if we're a good fit for the HR Foundation. Do me a favor and just let me know HR Foundation. Just put HR Foundation in the comments down low, and we'll reach out to you. Okay. So that's out the way, right? The commercial part is gone. So let's jump into it, right? Let's talk about what you need to be doing. What 5 things you should be doing to get your company ready for 2023. Okay. Again, I'm April Halliburton of All4HR Business Solutions. And the first thing we want to talk about is your handbook. I hope you have your handbook updated. There has been so many changes, folks, and I know it's a challenge, with the COVID. We had to quickly change. We had to quickly update policies. We had to quickly add policies. We had to rewrite policies and all of these things. And now the regulations have made it so COVID is no longer a mandatory policy in your book. So that's why, some of my clients, when we come to the employee handbook, we added the policy, the COVID policy in the handbook, and other clients, we added it as a standalone. Okay. So that when or if that policy was not a required policy, you can just take that off, as opposed to taking it out and having to renumber your policy. So that's why a lot of companies added it as the COVID policy as a standalone. Okay. So it's no longer required for you to have that COVID policy. Now, I'm not saying take it out, because we still have COVID going around. It's not completely gone. Okay. So, I wouldn't say it's not required, but I wouldn't say to remove it just yet. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't remove it just yet, because you never know when things are going to change. You don't know. We're still in it. The COVID is not gone. COVID is still very much here. And so as we move through the seasons, and the seasons start getting cold, which we all know, in the cold is when the COVID thrives. You may need to add that policy again. So I would say for right now to leave it as it stands, and review that next year. And let's see where we are with the COVID policy, with the pandemic. Okay. So I would say just hold on to it. Don't remove it. Don't be so quick to rush it all. Take it, remove it right now. Okay. And then we still have the monkeypox thing. So we don't know where we are with that. So right now I would say leave it in there. But in any event, have you updated your employee handbook is the number one. You know, the employee handbook is the holy grail, if you will. Okay, so you should have updated those policies. Have your employee handbook updated. The second thing that I want to make sure suggest that you do, that's very important, is, you know, the recruiting and hiring. Recruiting is still a real challenge, and hiring and onboarding. So make sure, that's the second thing, that you have your recruiting and hiring process in place. So you're doing it consistently and correctly every time, and making it up. So you're making it as simple as possible. You know, business can be like a circus. You don't want HR to be the elephant in the room. You know, that's our mantra, right? Right. So make sure that you have a system in place, okay, for your onboarding and your hiring, a clear, consistent policy. Okay. And just in addition to that, if you're a small business, we work with businesses all over the country, different sizes. We're not just to small business or the micro businesses anymore. We've really grown our base, but you want to, especially if you're small and growing, right? It makes it easier for you to grow. You don't want to cringe every time you have to hire, right? Or on board. I had a client who, oh my goodness, every time they had, they had an HR platform in place. I won't say the name, but they did have an HR in place. And every time they had the system in place for over 3 years. Every time they did payroll, there was a problem. Then they couldn't get through customer service. And, you don't want that. You just don't want that. You want to make it as simple as possible, okay? Because you didn't go into business just to do HR, right? Okay, so that's why it's so important that you have systems in place. So make sure you have a HR platform in place. There's so many out there. We have a HR resources document that'll be coming out shortly, but they're not very costly. And I'm gonna tell you, the cost, the headache will far outweigh the cost of not having a HR platform in place. Okay, whether it's Bamboo, whether it's Zenovitz, whether it's Gusto, find the one that best suits the needs of your organization. Not all your colleagues, but find out what best suits your needs. Okay, what's going to make it easier for you. Okay, so that's the second thing. Have your hiring and recruiting and hiring and onboarding in place. Okay, so that you're doing that, and you want to review how it has how has it has it been efficient and effective thus far, right? Has it been easy for you to onboard your new employees? Okay, that's very important. And remember that when you're hiring starts from the moment you review and prepare that first job description, even before you post it. So hiring begins way before you sit that candidate down in the seat. Okay, so you want to make sure you have that. That's the second thing. The first thing is the employee handbook. Okay, the second is your recruiting, hiring, and onboarding, and that's actually can be considered as two. Okay, the recruiting, make sure you have a platform that's yielding the candidates that you want. I know a lot of employers like to use the the free recruiting platforms that have the applicant tracking and things like that, and that's fine, that's good. But I'm going to just tell you that sometimes you're going to have to pay for a platform so that you're not on to get those jobs filled quicker. Okay, some of them are going to cost you, so it's all in what you as an employer are looking for. My glasses are dirty. But find one that best suits the needs of your organization. Okay. streamline. Don't look and go and look at all the bells and whistles, and you're paying a whole lot of money for something that you're only using. It has 10 or 12 or 15 features, and you're only using 3, right? So you want to do, and then there are platforms out there that are will meet your needs and won't cost you an arm and a leg. Okay, so whatever the size of your business is, you want to have an HR platform. Okay, so that's the second thing, is the HR, your on recruiting, hiring, and onboarding. And the third one is your HR information system. If you have one that you're paying a ton of money for, make sure it's meeting your needs. Okay. I can't say it enough. A lot of people go, oh, it has this, it has this, it has this. But how much of that are you using? Right. And how long is it taking you when you're in that system to get in there, do what you need to do, and get out and move on to the next thing? Okay. So if you're going into your HR system, for example, and you want to hire someone, and it's taking you an hour to figure out how to put the employment application in, and how to figure out the benefits and all of those things, and you don't have the support from their tech support, you need another platform. Simple. You need another platform. You shouldn't be doing that every time. Okay, so that's the third thing, is the HR information system. Okay, and the fourth thing I want to tell you is review your turnover. Okay, take some time to look and see what is your turnover, your retention, and take some time. Do a survey of your employees. We're 4.5 months away from 223. So you want to know how you're doing, how your employees are doing. This has still been a very, very stressful and challenging time. Okay, despite what everyone says. Okay, so take the time to survey your employees and see where they are. Okay. If you've onboarded new employees, do a small survey and see what their feeling is for the onboarding system. Was it effective? Was it easy? Do they feel like they had the support that they needed? Okay, for to be onboarded. I think I've said this several times, that oftentimes it will take employees leave employment within the first 30 to 90 days. And the biggest reason is 2 reasons. One of them is lack of onboarding. And the second one is the job description, which means they are reviewing the job description, doing the interview, accepting the position, starting to work, and then realizing that that job description didn't say that. Right? I can't do that. And they're leaving. Okay. So that leads us to our fourth thing, is the job description. Okay. Make sure you're reviewing your job descriptions for the year. You should review your job descriptions every year. Review them and update them. Okay. So, and whenever a person an employee leaves a position, make sure you update who the person returns or reports to, the tasks, the responsibilities, the qualifications, before you you put someone else in their place. Just to make sure if anything hasn't changed and updated accordingly. Okay, because that's very important. So we've talked about the employee handbook. We've talked about the new hire, the recruiting new hire orientation. We've talked about the HR information system and job description. Okay, so those are four that we've talked about so far. We're only going to do five here, folks. Just five. we're just doing five. That's it. Okay, and of course there are a ton more, right? Absolutely, but we're going to just talk about five today. Okay, because these five right here are probably the most essential. They're the most important. Okay, to you growing and maintaining your business. Okay, and so we talked about the job description, and fifth, we're going to go back to um, surveying your employees. Okay, and see where you are this year. Okay, how have things been in your business since 2022 has started, right? Because 2022 we started, we are off and running. Of course, we've been in a cave for the 2 years before during the pandemic. Okay, and we're not quite out of that cave yet. But survey your employees, see where they are. Okay, and make sure that you're surveying your new hires to see how effective that um, their onboarding process is. Okay, remember when you're onboarding someone, your new employees, that the onboarding does not stop when they sit in that chair. Okay, the onboarding starts when you're doing 30, the 90, and the 1 year anniversary. So make sure you are uh, connecting with your new hire and making sure they have the needs the things that they need to get started, to start off, running. Okay, and those kinds of things. So those things, because those things help your employees to look to be with your organization for a long, long time. Okay, so those are the five things that are very important. The first one is the employee handbook. Okay, have you updated your employee handbook? If not, click down below or over there. Okay, the second one is your recruiting, hiring, and onboarding. Okay, third one is your information system, your HR information system. And the fourth one is job descriptions. Okay, make sure that your job descriptions have been updated for the year. And the fifth one is to interview to survey your employees. See how you're doing. See how they're doing. Okay. We don't want to stick our head in the sand and act like we don't know what our employees are experiencing, right? Right. So that's very important. That's critical. Okay. So those are five things that we can do. And I guess some other things to think about, folks, is your company culture. Look at what's going on with your company culture, with your employees. Are there complaints? And if they are complaints, what are they? And make sure you're hosting at least a quarterly meeting with your company, your employees, at least a quarterly. Okay. You want to encourage feedback from your employees. You want to know this is the employees market. And so as employers, you got to be putting your best foot forward. Okay, absolutely. You have to put your best foot forward. And when you have your your employees, new, current, um, uh, grassroots, whatever employees, you want to do what you can to make them happy, so that they are in turn making you happy. Okay, how's that sound? So, again, business can be like a circus. You know that. So we want to make HR as simple as possible, if it's such a thing. It is, believe me. Okay, absolutely. We're going to go through them one more time. Our first one is update your employee handbook. Make sure it's updated. The second one is your hiring, onboarding, and your recruiting, hiring, and onboarding. Make sure that you've reviewed that process, and whatever new hires you've hired, survey them. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a few questions. How was your experience? What would you recommend? Do you think that we were effective in getting you acclimated to your position here with the company? Just to see where they're at, where they are, and how your system is going. The fourth one is the HR information system. I think that was the third one. Third one was HR information system. If you do not have an HR information system in place, please get one. Okay. No sticky notes all over the place. No printing out applications and put them in manila folders and all of that kind of things, because those things they take up too much time. And in this climate, you have to be effective. You have to be efficient. And again, you didn't start this business just to do HR, right? Okay, so that was the next one, is the HR information system. There are a ton of them out there. Fourth one was job descriptions. Make sure you have reviewed and updated your job descriptions for the year. They should be reviewed yearly, reviewed and updated. And don't forget that whenever a employee leaves a position, before you put someone else in that position, make sure you reevaluate and update that job description before you put someone else in it. Okay, in that position. Um, and then the fifth one is survey your employees, see how their year is going, right? See how it's going with your managers, see how it's going with your employees, and what you can do to finish 2022 strong and be ready for 2023. How does that sound? Sound good? Okay, so there we go. Those are the 5 things that we have. Those are the 5 things for today, for that we've talked about on the All4HR Biz View. Again, I'll drop we have a great program again that we are where we're putting together the foundation. It is a 11 module program. It has all of your HR documents. It has the trainings, and the investment is $25,000. But if you're interested in jumping on a call, see if we're a good fit, do me a favor and just put HR Foundation in the comments, and we'll reach out to you. Again, the HR Academy will be opening soon. I thank everyone again for your well wishes and everything. These knees are moving along. I'm bending them more and more every day. So that's a blessing indeed. And thank everybody for the wonderful birthday wishes. My birthday was the 7th and the 8th. And heart was full. Still is, from all of the wonderful birthday wishes. Again, I thank every one of you. All mean the world to me. And y'all sure made this queen feel special on her birthday. So I thank you again. Business can be like a circus. Don't let HR be the elephant in the room. Okay. Tomorrow we're back with our Freedom Friday HR question. So if you have our HR question you want answered, drop it below. Hashtag Freedom Friday HR question. We pick your question, you get a free gift. We answer it tomorrow morning at 7:30. How does that sound? So thanks for joining. If you watched the replay, make sure you let me know where you're coming from, where you're watching from. Again, um, if you are interested in the HR Foundation, um, just leave HR Foundation in the comments and we'll reach out to you. All right. All right. All right, folks. So we're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank you all for joining us for our HR for the Offer HR Biz View. Leave your comments below. Let me know what questions, HR questions you have, and how we can help you. Okay. Remember to follow us on Facebook at Offer HR and Business Solutions. Join our Facebook group, which is the HR Success Hub. Okay, you can follow us on Instagram at All4HR. We are on Twitter at All4HR. We are on Tumblr at All4HR. And we're on LinkedIn at All4HR and Business Solutions. So be sure to follow us. Everyone have a fantastic Talk About It Thursday. Thanks again for joining. And we will see you guys tomorrow morning for our Freedom Friday HR question. Again, if you have an HR question you want answered, drop it below with hashtag Freedom Friday HR question. We answer your question. You get a free gift tomorrow for us answering your question live. Thanks again, everyone. Have a fantastic Talk About It Thursday. And again, business can be like a circus, so don't let HR be the elephant in the room. Have a great one, everyone. Stay safe and be kind.